order of belonging. The order of belonging means that everybody belongs in the family system. Everybody has their place. Doesn't matter what they have done with their lives, what happened in their lives, everybody belongs. And everybody belongs from the moment of conception. This means that the babies that were not able to live because they were miscarried or because they were abortions, they also belong and they have their place in the family system. So belonging is very important for us because it's connected to survival. We need to belong so that we are taken care of. This goes back to when we were living in clans in the caves. If we did not belong, if we were excluded, we would die. We needed to belong in order to survive. So from the moment of conception, we start connecting to what's pending in the family to heal. And we decide that we're going to do this for the family system out of gratefulness and out of the need to belong, out of the need to survive. And this is how we start creating those entanglements, those bonds that we have with members of the family system. So what happens is that when somebody is excluded, and people can be excluded also when they're judged or when they're criticized, when they're not accepted the way that they are. So when people are excluded from the family system, we can decide to have an entanglement with them in order to give them their place in the family system. So we have like an energetic connection. This means that we're going to start having similar situations, similar emotions, maybe similar characteristics. And in a way, we're showing the family system that somebody with these characteristics, with these difficulties, is missing in the family system. And just like I belong, they belong as well. But what happens? If I'm being entangled with somebody that had problems with money, that had problems with relationships, that had problems with addictions, I may have all those issues in my life. I may have problems, for example, with addictions. And I want to live a better life. I want to have a different life. No matter what I do, I always fall in the same situation again, in the same addiction or different kinds of addictions. And that is because the root cause of that addiction in my life is connected to an ancestor, to somebody in the family system that I'm being entangled with, that I want to honor and respect by following the same patterns, by carrying the same emotions, by having the same difficulties as this person. In this way, I'm giving them their place. I want to do this out of gratefulness for the family system because I want to belong. I want to be part of them. So I make these unconscious decisions because I have no idea that I have these decisions, and I struggle over and over again. I might be having problems with money. I might be having problems with relationships. Maybe it's with success. Maybe it's with health. Any area in my life where I'm struggling, when I'm having patterns, when I find out that I'm always in the same place, even though I try many different ways to change it, to do it differently. The reason for that is often that connection with an ancestor, somebody from the family system. The root cause for those problems is that energetic connection. So when I'm able to do the work that we usually do in family constellations, that is to look at that energetic connection, to look at the ancestor, and even if I don't know who that person is, when I know that there's someone there that I'm connected to, I'm able to honor and respect that person and to undo that vow that I did, that promise to suffer the same way as the ancestor. I'm able to say, I'm not responsible for this. This is not mine. I honor and I respect you, but I'm going to leave this with you because this is not mine. It's not my responsibility to carry or to heal. I'm going to be now responsible for my life. And I choose to take that responsibility and to let go of the part that is not mine. So what we're doing there is that we're letting go of what's not ours. But by giving the place to the person that I'm being entangled with, that has been excluded, that has been judged or criticized on one way or another in the family system, that has not belonged because was not accepted for what happened or for the way that they lived their lives. So the order of belonging is very important because when we have people in the family system that have not been accepted, that have been judged, that have been criticized, or that have been completely excluded from the family system, we can have entanglements with them. And if you think about it, judged and criticized, so many people have been judged and criticized. And we have a lot of entanglements with members in the family system. But we're healing these entanglements when we are able to do what our ancestors were not able to do. When we're able to be responsible for our lives, when we're able to deal with our emotions, when we're able to accept. However, there's some situations that are too big, that are too difficult. And that's when this work becomes very important because we're able to do a quantum leap. We're able to do a huge shift in our lives when we're able to look at those entanglements and to let go of them so that we're able to have the life that we want. So, this is what the order of belonging means. It means that everybody belongs and that we can have many entanglements with the ones that have been excluded and not accepted. So, once you start being aware of this, you can start thinking of the people that belong in your family system and to honor and respect them, to let go of judgment and criticism, to give them their place, to understand that everybody has been doing the best that they can, and from your heart, to love them the way that they are. That's accepting them does not mean that you're okay with what they did or what they're doing in their lives, but you're understanding that they are doing or they did the best that they could with their own entanglements, with their own difficulties, with their own challenges, with their traumas. They've been doing the best that they could. So you honor and respect that. You give them their place and you take responsibility for your life. So this is how the order of belonging works. This is how it affects us. And this is how we can start shifting.